So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I went somewhere that I've been wanting to visit in person for ages and I have a little haul for you. So if you want to see what I picked up from Søstrene Grene or Søstrene Grene, depending on how you choose to say it, one of which I think is the traditional way, then keep watching. Hope you're all well. I have got the kids back at school today, so we had half term. It was really nice actually. Normally I find half term in February and sometimes October depending on when it falls. If it falls over Halloween it's alright. If it falls after or before Halloween, not so much. I find them a bit hard because of the weather. You know, like, we're not afraid or allergic to rain or the cold or anything like that, but I think it's safe to say that things are just easier when it's sunny and warm and dry. But we had a really nice time. And on Friday last week, the kids had, the younger two had football camp and netball camp. It was one thing that they really wanted to do. So they just did a day each. And in the morning, I got some work done and spent some time with Bill. And then in the afternoon, I went to Altrincham with Nikki. So if you're not aware of who Nikki is my sister-in-law, my brother's wife. I only have like one sibling and that's my younger brother James. And she was like, I really fancy going, do you want to come along and we'll have like a little girly afternoon? And do you know what, it was so nice because we're both busy in our own respective ways, and I think a lot of the time when we socialise it's kind of like in a family setting, so to just be us two and like just be like girls, it was nice. I really enjoyed it. But she's been before, I have never been, so I was a bit like a kid in a sweet shop, and I did pick up quite a few bits, but some bits are future proofing, like for, you can see wrapping paper and stuff, and then other bits were just because they were really reasonably they were really reasonably priced. And I just really like them, so I thought I would go through. So in no particular order, I did pick up some wrapping paper. Honestly, think of something and ask me in the comments if they do it, and I feel like my answer is probably going to be yes. But they had like craft stuff, all sorts of stuff. But I just thought this was really pretty. Look at that, it's a little floral one, really sweet. And obviously I have a little girl who's going to be turning 9 in April, and her name is Daisy, and it's like floral, and I just thought I would grab it as like one of the options for her wrapping paper. I thought it would be really nice, so I picked that up. And again, everything was just so affordable. If I can find the price on things I'll let you know. So this was £1.54, and I've got 3 meters here by 70 centimeters, and it's really beautiful. They had so many options. I've just quickly organised it all because I feel like it's nicer to show it that way. I cannot help myself. I was trying to be all free and easy and be like, I'll just show you things at random. I can't, it's just my personality type. So speaking of birthdays, I got these candles. Now I got one for Stan, he's born in March, he's gonna be 7, and I got one for Daisy, she's April, and I got her a 9. And I didn't get one for Bill because A, I think they only went up to 9, if I remember rightly, and B, these are cute when you're a little bit younger, but I feel like he's going to be 13, so I feel like I really need to deliver it with like the cool stuff this year. Or I probably shouldn't even say the word cool, I should use another word, but because I'm old I don't know what that word is that we're allowed to use anymore, but you get the gist. These were £1.88, which again I thought they were so nice and like great colours and just perfect for their birthdays around the corner. And then on that note, I got a few gift bags as well, and these are so pretty. They are £1.08, and we have like a pink one here, we have the blue one, and this little green one with, I think they're like strawberries on. But I just, again, so handy to have in, especially at this time of year, because we have a huge chunk of birthdays coming up. So this week, on Wednesday it's my grandma's, on Thursday it's Nikki's, then following that we've got my Auntie Debbie, she'll be turning 60, my mum and her twin Julie, their birthday's coming up, then Stan's birthday's coming up, and it just, there's a lot, so I'm trying to organise myself. Now also on the topic of birthdays, I did see some really sweet little bits and bobs for like hair, and obviously Daisy's really into her hair, so I thought I would pick some up because they were really reasonable and just so cute. So these first ones, a pack of 2 scrunchies, they were £5.28 for 2, but the quality of them is lovely, and we've got this lovely gingham pink and then a gingham green. They're so cute. I wish I wore my hair up more, but I don't think I suit stuff like this, but she really does. I thought they were really pretty. I found this bow clip that was £4.66, and I just thought that was really cute because bows are really in at the moment, and I think that would be a nice one, especially for summer. And then this is my favourite. This one I could get on board with borrowing, I have to say, but it's like a satin bow. This was only £1.98, and this one is just like, you know, one of those sort of crocodile clip type things, so it would look awful on me, but it's very, very cute. And I just thought while I saw them, I could put them away, so they will either go in her birthday stash, or I do little like Easter gift bags for when they break up for the Easter holidays, just with a few like little treats in. And the boys, like, they collect like cards and stuff, like match attacks and that sort of things, whereas Daisy doesn't, so I could probably put in like one of these instead. But I just saw them and I thought, how lovely are they? And it was really nice to sort of grab a few things for like future bits. I would love to go again. I reckon the stock probably changes over quite regularly, and I bet it's all lovely. Now I'm going to move on to something a little bit obscure, or maybe not, but gardening. And they had a whole section on like little gardening bits and bobs, and I was really, really impressed actually. So the first thing I got were these seedling trays, and they were £2.12. You get 3 in a pack, and obviously they look like this, and I will be going back out into the garden soon. As I've said in previous videos, I'm a bit of a fair weather friend when it comes to the garden, and I like it when it's sunny, but otherwise no. And that's okay. That's okay. It's my spring and summer hobby. That's all right. So I'm really excited. Now they did have some seeds, but not a huge selection, and most of them were herbs, which I just didn't really fancy. But I did see these sweet peas, which I need to sow March time, so we're still on track. So I've got those, and they will be going together most likely. I did get some seeds last year, but I don't know if I have many left or like what state they're in, I will say. I got one of these little, the professionals among us will know, like a little prod thing, you know, for making like holes and stuff, just because I thought that was actually really useful. And as well, because I get my nails done, and sometimes my nails can be quite long, and then I always get mud stuck underneath, and I just think, no, this is a good idea. And this was £2.68. And then to lay my seed trays out in, I got this little sort of galvanized tin tray type thing. This was £2.88. Again, I just think it's all really good value, and I think it's going to be fantastic because it means I can fit all 3 on here, and then when I water them and stuff, I know any residual water is going to collect into here and everything will stay sturdy. I have a little mini greenhouse, which I'm actually really excited. We've been discussing a few plans for our garden over the weekend, and I'm really excited to actually get cracking. But these were just for me and just for the season ahead, which I'm really giddy for. Now they had loads of foodie bits like jams, condiments, like oils, that sort of thing, and I feel like part of me wanted to go crazy because I could have picked up loads of stuff, but I tried to keep it sensible. I really did try. So I've had this before actually, but I thought I'd pick it up again. It's the Cornish Sea Salt Company really garlicky roasted garlic and sea salt, and this is £2.98. You can pick this up from places like, I don't know, Waitrose and things like that, but I just grabbed it because I thought, oh, I'd like to have that again. Really, really nice. And then this is the Anna and Clara, which are the 2, like, I think sisters that are behind Søstrene Grene, and this is their own recipe, sweet and hot mustard. And I just thought, yeah, that's a bit of me, especially if it says something like own recipe. Plus, I love mustard. My favourite sandwich is really boring, but nice bread, like a nice fluffy farmhouse or something like, I don't know, even sourdough, something like that. I like a bit of mayo on one slice, no butter, because I just don't feel like I really need it. And then on the other slice, I will always have like mustard. I usually have like Dijon. And then I like loads of salad, so lettuce, tomato, cucumber, sliced peppers. Sometimes I'll put a bit of onion on there, and then really nice, like decent quality ham, and then just smush that all together in a sandwich. Bob's your uncle, and it's delicious, and I thought this would be really nice to try it in there. It's such a boring sandwich, I know, but I just really like it. And then the final few bits were kind of homey items. The first thing I picked up just to carry everything in was this bag for life, and this was £2.62, but it's probably one of the prettier bag for lives I've ever had in my life. I did take a bag with me, but it just wasn't big enough for everything that I bought, so I thought I'm gonna grab one of these because I always use them, and I might actually use this to keep like Daisy's birthday present in as I collect them. I like to have a bag that's nice and secure, and then I can hide that bag. And as your kids get older, you'll know that their presents get smaller and smaller, but equally more expensive, I find. But anyway, the final few bits are probably the more fun items, and they're just little bits of homeware that I thought, oh, I like them. I like them. Now these, I will preface this by saying, obviously my children use like glass cups, that goes without saying. However, when we do things like play dates, or like out in the garden or something, they want a drink, sometimes, or upstairs even, if somebody wants to take a glass upstairs, I'd rather they take something like this, because A, if it gets spilt, it's not going to hurt anyone, and B, then all of the nice glasses are downstairs, so we can all use them, and they're not all just living in somebody's bedroom. Not saying any names, Bill. But these were £4.10 for 4. They have them in a few different colours with like little plates and stuff. I didn't really need plates so much, but I just thought the cups would be really useful. And they had like blue, a really, really pale blue, a really pale sage green, and a really pale yellow. And then these are kind of like a pinky lilac. I was torn between, truth be told, all of them. I thought they were all stunning, but what I liked is that they're quite a good cup size. Like, I've got those ones from IKEA that are a little bit smaller, but these are quite decent, and they'll just be useful, especially for like summer months and stuff. So I thought I'd pick those up. I spent ages trying to choose what colour, but in the end I just followed my gut, and I really like this lilac-y shade. And then other bits that I chose, this was influenced by Nick. So she was trying to find one of these. She thought it'd be really nice to have, like, you know, in like a bathroom or a guest bathroom, or, you know, bathroom when people come round, for like sanitary bits, you know, just to like hang on a hook or in the back of a door, so if you have a guest and they need anything, they can find them in there, which was so cute. So we paid for this £2.34. It'd just be great anyway, you know, if you wanted to take your toiletries away with you and stuff, and you can write your name on it. It'd be good for school or like camps and stuff like that. I said to Nick that it'd be so cute if you could like embroider in like a similar green like what was in there, but both of us were like, amazing idea, but neither of us will ever do it. But I really like that, so I'm gonna do the same thing, and it's gonna go in our downstairs loo, just with like sanitary bits in, and then it's always there for visitors and, might I say, myself. So that was those. Now these, we went round, there were a few pairs of like scissors, like different types and stuff, and we went round and we were checking them for like the crisp feeling. You know when you use a pair of scissors, and I don't know if you can hear it, but like that sound, and then the feeling of the blades, like the friction, that's how you know when it's a good pair of scissors. And I have a few pairs of scissors in our little like cutlery drawer, but they are blunt AF. They are so blunt now, and when I'm using them, you know when you're like hacking at some packaging and they're really bad, and we tried a few, and then I found these just before we were about to pay, and we both agreed that they were stunning. They came in like a black grey colourway as well, but like a marbled handle, and they were gold and just like so crisp, so crisp. So I was really pleased to find them, and they were £2.88. I got some napkins just because we were looking at these for ages. They had so many. They had so many tapered candles, like pillar candles, candle holders, napkins. Like if you could think of a colourway and a print of napkins to have in your house, they would probably have something that would fit like what you wanted. These were, I don't know how much these were. They're not actually priced from what I can see. No, they're the only thing without a price tag on, but they were very, very inexpensive. And naturally, I went for green. I thought they would be nice where I have panelled around our dining area. I have a basket hung up, and one of the little baskets has got like a faux plant in, which looks really cute, but the other's kind of empty, and I thought it'd be really nice to just have some napkins in there, so if anyone needed one, we could just grab it from there and like pass them along. And I thought that'd be quite useful just generally for family use, or like when we have people around. So those were really sweet and we just couldn't resist them. And then I got 2 new washcloths for taking my makeup off. I basically use a new one every time I take my makeup off at night, and then it goes straight into the wash. But the ones I've got, they are getting a lot thinner. You know when you just repetitively wash something and they've gotten quite grey because they're white, and that's fine, but they don't exfoliate like gently as much as like they used to. So I picked up 2 of these. They were £1.46 each, but they've got like, they're really big because there were a few of them were open now, and I really like the fact that they're already like this sort of beigey colour, so any makeup staining or just general washing isn't going to discolour them too much. So I got those. I'm actually really excited to use these because I've only got like 3 at the moment on rotation, and they look so nasty. And then speaking of like textiles and stuff, I got this towel just because I thought it would match our kitchen really nicely, and I have a few nice towels that are out for like sort of decor and stuff, and then I have others that we just use on rotation, but I thought this one was just really lovely and like dead simple and very like sort of picnicky vibes. Looks like that, really like soft and nice quality as well. And this was £3.66, so I was really pleased with that. I like that a lot. Honestly, they had some really lovely things. A random thing that I bought, but I was so happy to see. We have a lot of drinks bottles in this house with a lot of straws, and I cannot for the life of me find the straw cleaners that we've got. I don't know where they are, or whether they've just like, you know, bent or broken over time, I'm not sure. But I saw one of these and I was like, oh my god, yes. I should have bought 2 really. 46p. I was just really happy to find one of these because makes me feel better about like having everything nice and clean. And then the other thing that I needed, there are actually some things that I picked up that I was really pleased about finding, was just another spatula. I have one that has a wooden handle, and the top is silicone, but the silicone bit is now like coming off the wooden handle, and I used it quite a lot for like, it's great for scrambled eggs and scraping everything out, or if you do like sauces, like a cheese sauce for cauliflower cheese, and then obviously like mixes, like if you're making like banana bread or cookies and stuff like that. And I really liked that it was just like nice and simple, like a little taupey colour, and this was £3.84. So now I can throw my manky one in the bin and use this, which is really good. And I like the fact because it's all self-contained, that's not going to happen with this one, which I really appreciate. This might seem a bit random. We were joking when we were going around that it reminds us of being at school, you know, when you used to have to do like surveys and you all got a clipboard and you go around and like you would have to either interview people or like do a tally, or if you were out on like a class trip around where you lived, you had to like identify how many like daffodils you spot and whether you could find like one of those skating bugs on a river or a frog. And do you know what I mean? That's what it made us think of. However, for me personally, this is going to be for my colouring, which might sound a bit like daft to some of you, but I really love colouring at the moment. I've gotten into that adult colouring hype, like Cocoa Wyo, Ohuhu markers, all this jazz, Bobby Goods, and I find it so therapeutic. But I always colour in the same place, which is on our kitchen island right at the end. A, because the natural light is really good there, and B, because a lot of the time I'll be doing it on a Sunday in between like doing mum jobs like making a roast dinner and stuff. It's just nice to be in there. But sometimes I feel like it'd be so nice to like get in bed and like do some colouring, or at least sit on the sofa and relax a little bit, because with the books you need like kind of a hard surface. So what my thought process was is that I could like lay the books on here and hopefully like clip them into place and then try it out that way. If not, like I tried, and Daisy's got a great little clipboard for any future surveys that she might do at school, I suppose. And then the final things, Nick and I were both in love with these, and we'd just been to Gale's before. I got the mushroom and caramelized onion quiche and Nick got a sausage roll, and then we have flat whites. But they had these gorgeous like earthenware cups, no handles, and they were absolutely beautiful, and it was such a nice flat white as well, that when I saw these, we were like, oh my god, it really reminds us of that sort of style. So it looks like this. I don't know if you can see, is it going to show you? It's all speckled. It reminds me a bit of mini eggs. I love the blue. I just think they're beautiful, and I was going to get one that was £5.14 for these, but I ended up getting two because I thought if I ever like had someone around for a coffee, I feel like I'd feel really fancy with one of these. Plus I think it'd be quite nice as well, like for Mark and stuff. We have a couple of matching mugs that we use, like we've both got like C and M ones and stuff, and we've got some that are like Mr. and Mrs. that we got as a gift for when we got married. So it's quite nice sometimes to just both have a matching one. But I was so impressed with the quality of them. I just thought they were absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited to use them. Plus I quite like holding it like this. You know, like in movies when people hold the mugs and they're all like staring to the distance having a coffee while, I don't know, Gabrielle Out of Reach plays, and then, I don't know. I've seen Bridget Jones recently. It was so good, by the way. Have you seen it? It was amazing. But yeah, I picked those up, and that is my little haul. So I've got gardening bits, I've got a few bits and bobs for birthdays, a few householdy items, and the cups of my dreams. And can't say fairer than that. If you ever get a chance to go in, I thoroughly encourage it. However, be prepared to like want to take everything home with you. The one thing I couldn't find, which I really wanted to, was they had that Dubai style pistachio chocolate with can't remember what the crunchy stuff is called, but you know the one I mean. And apparently they do their own version, but they were out of stock. We asked, so we couldn't find any, but they had loads of other lovely bits. They had like sweets and stuff as well that you could pick up. But yeah, it's a really nice shop, and I just thought I would share what I picked up in case you were like curious as to what it's like really. I know there's one in like Altrincham. I'm not sure where else there are, but there are quite a few stores that you can visit in the UK, and I think it's definitely worth it, because then you know you can have a proper mooch then. But saying that, I ordered some bits online before Christmas, if you remember. I think I shared them on here, and online is fab too, and obviously they've got loads of stock there. But I just think it's such a nice little place, and it's really my style as well. And yeah, I'm really pleased with what I picked up, and they have been sat on my desk in that bag since we got back on Friday, and I've only just touched them now, and it's Monday afternoon. So now I'm really excited because I can like wash my mugs and my cups and lay them out and try my mustard and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found that useful, and I will see you all very soon.